Well, we have to start off this Blinded by the Item with some tragic news that I'm sure most of our viewers and listeners have heard, that Liam Payne from One Direction had a tragic death yesterday, falling from a hotel balcony in Argentina. There's a lot of stories surrounding this about his ex-girlfriend and some lawsuits he was going through and his current girlfriend. So we will just be here watching and, seeing what happens. There's not a lot that they know right now as far as whether or not it was, if he died by suicide or whether or not it was an accident. So,
well, and it brings us no pleasure, but I will say that if you've been following this show, or if you follow the blinds casually or otherwise, that Liam Payne was the subject of blind items. And clearly we can at least say that, the chaos or the drama that was happening in his life. We don't know, of course, what ultimately led to his death, but the fact that there was drama going on in his life was certainly well aware or well known to people who followed tabloids, blind items, etc. Because there were some blind items, I think just last week, Mike, that one of which you shared with us.
I think it was like 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, a couple of days ago we had blind items. There was one yesterday that we didn't even get to. So yeah, it's obviously a very tragic situation, very sad situation, and we'll pass along more info as it comes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So with that,
can I ask you a question though, about the blind that you didn't bring to us yesterday? Is that something you'd want to share?
I can. It was just basically the idea that, I probably not. I don't want to.
Okay. No, that's fine. But let's at least, so the blind item what I was referencing is the blind item most recently that we talked about, which essentially said that he has been struggling.
Yes.
With drugs and alcohol, I think.
Yeah, right? We had that one from not too long ago, and then it just had basically some context to it because of the situation with his ex. So again, that was really all we had. There was, and more
it's not to say that's connected, but it is to say that, like, if there is behavior like that happening and people are paying attention, you'll start to hear it show up in places like the blinds because people start talking. And of course, they might be blowing it up into rumors and innuendo and stuff. But at the very least, it's like, watch this space because you might start to hear some other details.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move past that and do some blind items today. Let's get it started with this one here. This foreign-born A-list singer / former actor really thinks he can swoop in on a recently single fellow A-lister. Apparently, both being investigated by the feds is quite the icebreaker.
Hey, I know you're being investigated by the government.
This foreign-born A-list singer / former actor thinks he can swoop in on the recently single fellow A-lister. Apparently, both being investigated by the feds is quite the icebreaker.
Is J-Lo one of them?
Okay. She's the recently single fellow A-lister.
Foreign-born A-list singer, former actor.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Brad.
Also is being investigated.
And used to act, but just sings now.
Yep.
Primarily? Okay.
Yep.
And they're hanging out. Like, hey, I know you're being investigated.
Maybe he wants him to be.
Is this a connection to Diddy?
Yes.
So, what have we talked about this person being loosely connected?
I mean, as much as
everyone has
so many people in Hollywood have been connected. Sure. I don't think specifically this individual.
Yeah. Somebody who acted.
Mm-hmm.
Not JT.
Nope.
It's not The Weeknd. Okay.
It's not Justin. It's not. That'd be kind of weird anyway.
Okay. So is he?
The last two guesses were close.
You said Justin and who?
Justin, JT.
Nope. Your last two guesses were The Weeknd and Justin.
Weeknd and Justin.
Okay.
Geographically, those two guesses were close.
Canadian.
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Drake?
Noted.
Drake?
There you go.
There you go.
Drake really thinks he can swoop in and pick up Jennifer Lopez. Okay. Apparently, both being investigated by the feds is quite the icebreaker.
I don't see him the settling down kind of guy, and she's definitely the settling down kind of girl.
Well, although, who knows where she's at in this narrative tale that she's telling us, but I would imagine there's going to be some sort of, if not rebound, some sort of like hot romance.
Sure. Maybe just a little
Ben, that's a little flash in the pan. And I could totally see that, a flash in the pants. Also, Drake, I totally believe the idea that he needs some distraction for the negative press in his life otherwise. So I could see a publicationship in the offing.
It would be great for him.
Well, let's not forget, they dated.
When did they date?
They dated in 2017.
They did?
And it sounds like the reports are the second she divorced, he was like, let me reach out to her and see how everything's okay. It's the same thing Ben did. Exactly.
More in the dating pool than just people you've dated before.
Yeah.
J-Lo.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a publicationship,
that's true.
I don't think she's looking for true love at this point. I think she has decided that true love doesn't exist other than the true love she has for herself.
Gets together with someone else that she claims true love exists. She's just a hopeless romantic.
That's all she does. I mean, that's what she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is her now. I think she should do a "This Is Me Now" like rap version after she starts to date Drake.
It would get really confusing though, because like every time you're like, "This is me now,"
this is me right now.
But this is me now.
Not
that was me then.
Oh, exactly.
But I'm me now.
The next album should be "That Was Me Then," and it's just a diss track to Ben.
And it's all like what led to the demise of their publicationship, which, by the way, we've still gotten no actual confirmation.
That's true.
All right, you guys got that first one nicely done. Let's keep it rolling on with this one. The streamer knows that they're about the 15th option anyone would ever select for an important night coming up in less than a month. So they decided, why not bring in the former A-plus lister in that area to present it? Even if his credibility is terrible, they just need a name. The streamer knows they're about the 15th option anyone would ever go to for an important night less than a month away. So they decided, why not bring in a former A-plus lister in that area to present it? Even if his credibility is terrible, they just need a name.
This has nothing to do with the election, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
an event. I was like, an award show this early?
Well, I mean, but there's somebody to host
streamer.
The streamer?
Streamer knows they're about the 15th option anyone would go to on election night. So they decided to bring in the former A-plus lister in that area to present it. Even if his credibility is terrible, they just need a name.
Fubi. Fubo. What is it called?
Netflix?
No.
Roku?
Like Hulu?
Okay, so they want to talk about politics.
Well, it's
Pluto.
It's very close to. There you go.
Pluto.
The team. No.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. The ones who own Freevee.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said you're very close, but no, it's Amazon Prime. So let me fill in with what you got so far. Amazon Prime knows they're going to be about the 15th option anyone would ever go to on election night. So they decided, why not bring in the former A-plus lister in that area to present it? Even if his credibility is terrible, they just need a name.
They just need a name. Like, hey, come watch our coverage. Let's have
by
Post Malone. I don't know.
A-plus lister in that area.
In the Amazon
Steve
Prime area?
Ariaki.
Oh my God, he's
Anderson
coveted. I love him.
Bill Clinton.
Guesses are much closer.
Is it the one who was let go?
Andrew Cuomo.
Don Lemon.
No.
Who did you ding?
The one that was let go.
Oh, it's not him.
Oh, so it's not Don.
I thought I was just trying to give you context. Yes, somebody who was let go from an A-plus list.
Or TJ Holmes and Amy Robach. No.
Somebody
bigger name than all those. Former A-plus lister in that area.
You know this, Bradley.
Tucker Carlson?
Nope. Think of maybe people who have those roles that have poor credibility because of
is this a New Yorker? Is this
he is from New York?
Because of his brother?
No.
Cuomo. Okay.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so if it's not Cuomo,
so we're thinking of news people.
Yeah.
Maybe lack credibility.
Oh, Brian. Williams?
There you go.
Brian Williams.
Okay.
Dust him off. I thought he was over at NBC still. Or MSNBC.
I don't know what he's
Apparently
been
not.
up to or what he's doing, but according to the blind items, the streamer Amazon Prime knows they're about the 15th option anyone would ever go to on that important night, election night, coming up here in less than a month. So they decided, why not bring in Brian Williams to present it? Even if his credibility is terrible, they just need a name.
Well,
that's interesting.
It is.
And what are we going to tune in? Like, oh, hey, let's turn on Amazon Prime and see what's going on with the election.
Maybe people use their Prime membership more than we do. We just complain about the price.
No, because it's a hard user interface. The user interface is not good.
But I will say every single person who has a Fire Stick or has something like that who's going to turn on their television at that time, they're going to have the auto running of, oh, there's Brian Williams talking about the election. And they're just going to hit watch, and it's probably going to.
We should have an election night party, you guys.
Oh,
we could do blinds, election blinds, politics.
Oh boy.
Okay, no.
Think of about 1,000 other things I'd want to do with my night, but
okay. Stop. People are in the comments already going, "Oh my God, how dare you talk about?"
They might want it. You don't know. We're going to do some after dark podcast about politics, kids.
I'll be doing something.
You should see all the blinds I'm skipping that have to do with politics. Oh my goodness. We got plenty to get to.
There's a market for the right audience.
Yes. Thank goodness that's not us. Let's do another one here as we roll through these blind items, far more trivial things. Let's go with this one. Sales projections must be real bad for this A-minus list singer. They're now throwing everything at the wall. Just in the last 3 weeks alone, we've heard about an engagement, a health scare, stealing from others who are more successful than they are, and now bribing the police with nudity. That'll get people listening.
Oh my God.
Bribing?
Who?
Let me read the blind items again.
Does that work?
It did in this case. Sales projections must be really bad for this A-minus list singer. They've been throwing everything at the wall. In the last 3 weeks alone, we've had an engagement, we've had a health scare, stealing from others more successful than they are, and now bribing the police with nudity. That'll sure get people listening.
Oh my gosh. I think we should first start with
is it a
we know has been engaged.
It is a female.
So was she like, look at my bits?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
And listen to my album.
Like, did she get pulled over?
No.
She just walked into the police station and said, check these out.
Check these out.
Do you want to see these? And they go, no, kind of, but no.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Who's got
this
engaged?
Should be obvious.
Is this
an A-minus list singer?
American?
Yep.
Okay.
American singer.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj.
Nope.
I'm just like, who doesn't care is not modest. A non-modest singer. It's not Amy Grant.
Amy Grant. She sings about Jesus.
Baby.
She's a Christian singer. Well, that's
a nice Christian girl.
Okay.
Sales projections must be pretty bad for this A-minus list singer. They're just throwing.
Is that concert or album? Album projections?
Album. There you go.
Oh, nailed you got it.
Nicely done.
Halsey's showing her boobies?
I'll explain that part of it here in a second. Sales projections must be real bad for this A-minus list singer. They're just throwing everything at the wall. In the last 3 weeks alone, we've had an engagement from Halsey. We've had a health scare. We've had stealing from people more successful than her. And now bribing the police with nudity. That'll get people listening. This is following a recent story where she said she really regrets a decision she made when she was younger. They were having a party. She was in a pool. There was a noise complaint. The cops showed up and she said, if I take a picture with you guys, will you let us go and not give us a ticket? And they agreed. And she's like, now I've got.
They agreed.
And she's like, now there's these cops with this half naked photo of me wet from being in the pool. And I really regret that decision.
I believe they go by they, them, just to clarify.
Halsey?
That.
Oh, I apologize.
I believe so, right? I believe so.
Okay.
But so they're admitting that they did something and that the police. I'm more interested in who the cops were.
Yeah, exactly. That's the bigger story here.
This is a lot. I'm going to have to process because I don't know what I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
It's a lot. Good luck to them.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thoughts?
I am processing too.
Okay.
Let's go process something else.
Okay. Again, the idea of the blind item, I think just the fact that they're doing everything they can to help those sales numbers because, of course, an album's going to be dropping next week.
And they wouldn't be the first artist
of course.
to do so.
Right.
Yeah. But we're getting all sorts of stories.
Here.
Oh.
Let's do another blind item here. Rolling on through
Makes me
today.
think of like Smokey and the Bandit. Wasn't there a scene in that? I don't know. Some 80s movie where some cop pulls over a lady.
Yeah.
Like her. Okay.
It's implanted in the minds of a lot of middle-aged men from their childhood.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I know that.
Even the gay ones.
Yeah.
Let's do another blind item here with this one. This network host is reading the writing on the wall that they're donezo. They've been trying to be on their best behavior on set, but that ship has sailed. Look for the job to go to someone else currently on the show who we first saw elsewhere on the network. So we've got a network host reading the writing on the wall that they're donezo. They've been trying to be on their best behavior on set, but that ship has sailed. Look for the job that they had to go to somebody else currently on the show who we first saw somewhere else on the network.
This is not like a Jenna Bush, is it?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not Today's Show.
It is not.
ABC?
Yes.
GMA?
No.
Oh.
This isn't like a Bachelorette situation.
George?
Yes?
Oh, it is.
Jesse Palmer? Okay.
It's not. Part of it is a Bachelorette situation.
Okay.
Not the first part.
Who's the host?
Jesse Palmer.
Jesse Palmer's the host, but this is
about the show.
It's not about that show.
It's
about.
Oh, so whoever is going to replace this person was from that show.
Let me fill in the blind items with what you have so far.
Okay.
This network host is reading the writing on the wall that they're donezo. They've been trying to be on their best behavior on set, but that ship has sailed. Look for the job to go to someone else currently on the show who we first saw on The Bachelorette.
Okay.
I don't know who's on ABC right now other than George Stephanopoulos.
Is it? Oh.
No. Somebody from
It's not the
Bachelorette is not going to replace. It's not.
Okay.
So it's the morning, the GMA, but it's not GMA. Then what is it? Dancing with the Stars?
Oh.
Julianne Hough?
Oh, Caitlin Bristow.
That would be
okay.
I have very, very little knowledge when it comes to
Rachel.
Bachelor.
Person was both on The Bachelorette and The Bachelor.
Okay.
And it's a female.
Okay. All right. Our most
and again,
Jen Tran.
There you go. Currently on the show, according to the blind items here, it is Julianne Hough who has seen the writing on the wall. She knows that she is donezo. She's tried to be her best behavior on the set.
She's been real on top of things.
But that ship has sailed. Look for the job to go elsewhere, probably to the person who's on the show right now, Jen Tran, who we first saw on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Aren't you got to be careful, though? Because don't you want to keep Derek? Like, I feel like you don't want to tick him off unless he's not a fan of his sister. But I feel like the blinds had us feeling like they were big fans of each other.
Sure.
Blinds have us thinking she's big fans of herself.
That's true. But that's not hard to believe.
I think when you were out, Bradley, we had Jason Matheson on with us one time, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's one of those people that I've heard from close enough people that."
Yeah.
But remember, she was also the one that was doing that interesting. That's a Minnesota interesting body work
where she sounded like
she
she was
like
orgasming,
dry humping a massage table.
Yeah, and she was having some type of like tantric massage. Sure. That was like, whoa,
it's
what
a business thing. Yeah, she had some business on the side.
Side hustles.
Well, good luck to her. Good her side hustles and her hosting of the show.
I feel like she's a pretty strong brand, though, so that's interesting. We'll have to watch this.
Yeah, she's kind of weird, but I think she's solidly good on the show.
I mean, she knows her dance.
She definitely does, and she asks questions like she fits. She's just kind of. I thought she was doing a great job this season, but who knows what's going on behind the scenes.
That's the big thing. I mean, we've talked about in the blinds multiple times how maybe not the easiest to work with behind the scenes.
Sure.
So maybe that's completely lies because it's the blinds. Who knows? But
and ever since Tyra left,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure people are like, all right, who's next?
Yeah.
What are we going to go after next?
For sure. Let's do another blind item here. You guys are crushing it today. Let's move to this one. This foreign-born A-list actor thought an Oscar was a lock for his latest role. Now that he realized it isn't, he's been a pain on his recent press tour while promoting the only role that he's ever actually made real money from. Let me read this one again. This foreign-born A-list actor thought an Oscar was a lock for his latest role. Now that he realizes it isn't, he is being a pain on the press tour promoting the only role that's ever made him real money.
Is this a gladiator?
It is not.
Mm.
Is this a
foreign-born A-list actor?
Okay.
It's not Adam Driver.
Nope.
Sebastian Stan for the Trump movie.
Oh.
And now, of course, he's promoting the only role that's made him real money.
That superhero movie.
Captain America?
He's not in
Captain America.
Well, he's not in that one. It's actually Thunderbolts, but yeah, we're not going to get you that deep into it.
Is that Harrison Ford?
No, Harrison Ford is in Captain America: Brave New World. He is going to be the Red Hulk in that one.
Yeah.
And then there's also the Thunderbolts, which ironically is an organization that was created and it's basically the anti-heroes. Remember when the Suicide Squad came out for DC? This is like the Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Bunch of the bad characters or semi-bad characters coming together.
But Bradley, you're right in the fact that Harrison Ford's last name is his real name is Red Hulk is Thunderbolt.
Underpants. I did also watch last night the first episode of the second season of Shrinking with the wonderful Harrison Ford. It is such a good show. Whoever wrote for that show is a genius. I'm sure it was several people, but great job, kids.
Love that.
Give them a promo.
Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. I just wanted to clean that up for people because, the Marvel people are going to come after us. You may remember the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. This was, of course, William Hurt's character. He passed away, so they had to recast it. That's why they gave it Harrison Ford is taking over that role. It's the father of Liv Tyler's character from that movie.
Yeah.
There is your Marvel deep dive for all the nerds, including myself. Let me fill in the blind here. Sebastian Stan thought that an Oscar was a lock for his latest role as Donald Trump in The Apprentice. Now that he realizes that's not the case, he has been a complete jerk on the press tour as he's promoting the only role that's made him real money. That is the role of the Winter Soldier.
Is that movie streaming or is it only in theaters?
Apprentice?
Yeah.
Right now it's only in theaters, but it will stream very, very, very quickly because it did not do well at all. Just like Joker 2.
Folia.
Don't,
apparently.
Folia great, but whatever.
You liked it. You liked
really, really liked it.
But just because everyone didn't like it doesn't mean you can like it.
Exactly.
In fact, sometimes it makes enjoying it that much better.
This is true.
Because everyone else is just dumb and raw.
It's not true. That part's not true. All right, let's do another quick. Well, that's you gotta
kidding.
Let's do another really quick one here. Actually, it's gonna be close. Do you want to recap or do you want to just let's just recap? We don't have quite time to get to another blind item. So let's talk about what we learned today.
What did we learn today?
Well, Drake and J-Lo.
Wow.
Draylo.
Mm-hmm.
Jake. Could be just Jake from State Farm.
Jake.
He's already doing ads with them. Drake is.
Oh my God, that'd be kind of awesome.
He is.
The two of them show up.
Yeah. Drake is absolutely doing State Farm ads.
I missed those.
I'm pretty positive. Let me see here.
Weird.
They like Degrassi cameos or something.
Degrassi Junior High.
Degrassi Junior.
Mike, you're too young for that, aren't you?
No, not at all. That's what Drake
they had a new. Remember, they had a new generation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So there was Degrassi, and then Degrassi Junior High.
I thought Degrassi Junior High was just all of it, right?
Nope. There's different ones.
Okay.
It started.
There's Degrassi New Class as well.
Oh boy, they're really mining that Canadian school.
Yep, Degrassi Junior High, and Degrassi New Class. Drake did a Super Bowl commercial with State Farm as Drake from State Farm.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
See?
cute.
That was smart marketing. That's why he and J-Lo are going to be doing something soon. Even getting people to talk about it is enough. They don't have to actually have a publicationship, but if they just hinted at it, because celebrities don't actually tell us anything anymore. They just give you a win.
Except for Drake on that plane. Remember?
He showed us things.
He showed us things.
Oh.
Remember? That picture was late.
Okay.
It's
getting hot in here, so we got to run, kids.
Snake
Michael,
charmer.
thank you for a wonderful round of blind items today. Listeners, you can listen to this on the radio or wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah. We even have our very own YouTube channel. Like and subscribe and tell all your friends about it.
Blinded by the item.
Blinded by the item.